Welcome back to Firepower. You are being fed a multi-thousand-dollar lie. The outdoor industry wants you to believe that without a brand new, ultra-fast, geometrically complicated cartridge costing $5 every time you pull the trigger, you have no business being in the woods. They call your grandfather's rifle obsolete just to empty your wallet and make you feel inadequate. But when the wind cuts through your layers and a buck steps out at 200 yards, none of those expensive gadgets matter as much as the brass in your chamber. It is a manufactured scam designed to complicate your life. Before we cut through the marketing fluff and expose the 7 calibers that actually put meat in the freezer for 2026, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We are holding the line against gear scams, and we want you on the firing line with us. Today, we reveal the legends and workhorses that the industry elites hate. Our number one spot isn't just a cultural icon. It is a direct slap in the face to the modern ballistic snobs. Range is hot. Let's get into it. Kicking off at number 7, we have the immortal bruiser, the 4570 Government. This is a round old enough to be your great-grandfather's drinking buddy, dating all the way back to 1873. While the industry elites tried to bury it in favor of high-velocity wizardry, the American hunter simply refused to let it go. In January 2026, the 4570 is seeing a massive revival thanks to shifting legislation. States like Iowa, Ohio, and Michigan have opened deer seasons to straight-wall cartridges, allowing hunters to trade their old slug guns for classic lever actions. This isn't just a museum piece, it's a survival-minded insurance policy. Modern high-pressure loads have transformed this flying brick into a devastating force. It punches through thick brush and heavy bone like a freight train, delivering stopping power that feels like a car crash inside 150 yards. It ignores the math of long-range snobs and commands undeniable authority in the cedar swamps. If you need absolute peace of mind in bear country, the 4570 is the unstoppable piece of history you need in your hands. Moving to number 6, we jump from the history books to the bleeding edge of ballistic science with the 7mm precision rifle cartridge, or PRC. If the previous round was a sledgehammer, this is a laser-guided scalpel designed specifically to fix the flaws of the old 7mm Remington Magnum. For years, hunters dealt with the inefficiency of belted cases and loose chamber tolerances, but the 7mm PRC is beltless and built for modern, high ballistic coefficient bullets that slice through the wind as if it does not exist. In January 2026, this is the tool for the Western hunter carrying a wind meter and dialing elevation on a turret to reach elk across a canyon. However, there is a catch the marketing won't tell you. It is a notorious barrel burner that runs hot and fast, meaning your rifle's life is on a shorter clock. Furthermore, availability remains a massive pain point. You won't find these rounds at every rural gas station if you forget your ammo at home. At $4 a trigger pull, it is a rich man's game where extreme performance comes with a heavy price of admission. At number 5, we have the cartridge half the internet loves to hate, the 6.5 Creedmoor. While traditionalists still roll their eyes, by January 2026, the debate is officially over. This is the undisputed standard for short-action efficiency. The industry often focuses on flashy ballistics, but the 6.5 Creedmoor addresses a much deeper pain point, the fear of recoil. In the real world, a heavy flinch leads to gut-shot animals and heartbreak. This round changes the game because the recoil is so light that a 12-year-old or a 70-year-old with a bad shoulder can shoot it without flinching. It proves that a smaller, well-placed bullet through the heart is better than a massive magnum through the guts every single time. It stays supersonic past 1,200 yards, offering incredible precision for deer and antelope. While it may lack the heavy knockdown power for elk bone, its affordability and surgical accuracy make it the working man's choice for filling tags without the shoulder-bruising punishment. Coming in at number 4, we encounter the aristocrat of the deer woods and the ultimate favorite of legendary hunters, the 270 Winchester. This cartridge is over 100 years old, yet it is still dropping whitetails like a bad habit. In an era of overwhelming technology, the 270 addresses a modern pain point: the overcomplication of laser rangefinders and ballistic apps. For decades, this was the definition of flat-shooting simplicity. By sighting it in 3 inches high at 100 yards, you can hold dead-on out to 300 yards without a second thought. It represents a time before you needed a smartphone to calculate a shot. In 2026, the 270 sits perfectly in the Goldilocks zone, delivering massive hydrostatic shock that hits deer like a bolt of lightning. It is a gentleman's cartridge found in walnut stocks rather than tactical aluminum chassis. While the industry pushes newer, heavy bullet trends, the 270 remains a bargain that offers a century of proven lethality. It is accessible, reliable, and arguably the best killer for deer-sized game on this list. At number 3, we are bringing out the heavy artillery, the .308 Winchester Magnum. If you ask a guide in Montana what rifle you should bring, 9 times out of 10, they will demand a .308 Win Mag. This cartridge addresses the ultimate hunter's pain point: the paralyzing fear of an animal running off after the shot. Delivering over 3,000 foot-pounds of energy, this round provides a critical margin of error. Even if your shot is slightly off, the massive hydrostatic trauma and deep penetration ensure the animal is anchored ethically. It shatters heavy bone and ethically drops a moose at 400 yards. While the industry elites push low recoil trends, the .308 Win Mag remains the king of raw energy delivery. It is violent, loud, and kicks like a mule, but when you are staring down a 1,000-pound animal, you aren't worried about the recoil. You are worried about performance, and the Win Mag delivers every single time. Coming in at number 2 is the pragmatic choice and the undisputed king of logistics, the .308 Winchester. In a world of shaky supply chains and skyrocketing ammunition prices, the .308 addresses the ultimate survivalist pain point. It is the cockroach of calibers. It survives everything. If the world stops spinning tomorrow, the person holding a .308 will still be able to feed their family because this round is ubiquitous on every continent. You can practice with cheap military surplus and switch to premium hunting loads for the field. While it drops faster than modern magnums past 400 yards, it hits with absolute authority within the 300-yard range where 99% of real-world hunting happens. It is inherently accurate, fits in handy short-action rifles, and offers incredible barrel life. Culturally, this is the prepper's choice for pure utility. It is the working man's hero because it is good enough at absolutely everything. And here we are, at the summit, the undisputed champion for January 2026, the .3006 Springfield. In a modern world obsessed with specialized experts, the .3006 remains the ultimate generalist and the supreme commander of the woods. Why does it still take the top spot after more than a century? The answer is unmatched versatility. This cartridge can handle a wider range of bullet weights than almost anything else on the market. You can load light 110-grain bullets for coyotes, standard 165-grainers for deer, or heavy 220-grain solids to stop a charging grizzly bear. It offers the extra boiler room needed to push heavy projectiles effectively, nipping at the heels of the magnums with less recoil. Culturally, it is the round that built the American hunting tradition. It doesn't need batteries or gadgets. It just works. If you forget your ammo in a small remote town, there will always be a box of 3006 on the shelf. It is the universal language of American firepower and the master of the woods. In conclusion, do not let the flashy numbers on a ballistic chart or the hype of expensive, unproven gear deceive you. In January 2026, the real winner is the hunter with reliable ammunition in their pocket and meat in the freezer. The outdoor industry wants you confused and chasing trends, spending money to fix problems that do not exist. But you know better. You know that real value lies in the classics and the tools that have proven themselves through history and common sense. If you are tired of being led by the nose by corporate gatekeeping and elite marketing scams, hit that subscribe button right now to support the channel and join our community. We want to hear from you. Go down to the comments and share your own verdict on these calibers, or tell us the one rifle you would never sell. Share this video with a younger hunter to save them from an expensive mistake and help us protect our heritage. Stay sharp, keep your powder dry, and I will see you on the range. Firepower out.